I got digital dash, can't ride with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say.
Real quick, every like on this video will go to the frequency of you getting an ankle breaker. So leave a like, it's that simple. Are you tired of grinding my career? If you want to save time on grinding your badges and overall, make sure to hit up Hero Grinders on Instagram or Twitter for the fastest and safest way to get your badges maxed out. The links will be in the description below. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back in with yet another video. Today, I got y'all with the best guard builds in NBA 2K21, current and top 10 guard builds in the game. And yeah, y'all know how I'll be doing on these videos. I'm gonna be going in order from 10 all the way down to 1. Got y'all with an honorable mention, so it's really gonna be 11 builds. But yeah, these are the best guard builds in the game. Not try to double up on pie charts, but I do have some that's doubled up on the pie chart just to make sure I give y'all the best version of pretty much every single pie chart. And yeah, I'm gonna be going over the 10 best guard builds in the game. So yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is spam the like button. I did a poll to see if y'all wanted the rares, the big men, or the guards. Y'all voted for the guards, and I got y'all with the guards today. So yeah, if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that sub button so that you do not miss a video. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead, hop straight into it. Alright, so hopping straight into it, we got 2 honorable mentions. First honorable mention is going to be the pure sharp build. That's kind of like a speed boost in pure sharp. So I would make this build personally because there's so many other builds that can shoot and dribble on this list that's even gonna be like 90 plus. So I wouldn't really make this. But if you're a person that really needs that handicap of a high three-pointer, but you're not a person that's really going to be over dribbling, you're just really going to be speed glitching, this is going to be really good for this. Because this build at 99 is going to be able to get the 80 dribble, 99 three-pointer. Really overpowered. It's kind of very, very similar to like a Curry type build. So let me show you guys how to make it. So you're going to be at the point guard position. When it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the shooting and finishing Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to give it the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, you're going to mess around and have 1 finishing. Like, come on, 30 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 7 defensive. If you want to make it at the shooting guard position, you can. I made it at the point guard so you can be able to get floor general or dimer for that last badge. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, height, I would go 6'3". Weight, I would pretty much go all the way down, but only to 172 pounds. Then when it comes to the wingspan, didn't go pretty much minimum, but I did go a couple notches down to be able to have my ball handle go up, stay up. Or actually, I went a couple notches up. So I got my drive and dunk up, a lot of stuff on defense without my ball handle moving or my three-pointer moving. So I can be able to get the 80 ball handle and 99 three-pointer in mid-range. And that was very important to me. Then when it comes to the takeovers, I'm going to end up going with sharp takeover every single time on this build. And the build comes out as a sharpshooting, facilitator, and who else? Similar to Stephen Curry. I don't get the other two, especially Derrick Rose, but yeah. All right, and last but not least, before we hop into the top 10, the last honorable mention on the list is going to be the perimeter lockdown build. Now, this is not going to be the typical way you make a perimeter lockdown. Let's go ahead and show you guys how to make it. So you're going to be at the shooting guard position. This is going to be really the only lockdown version of build on this list because like this is really made for lockdowns. You know what I'm saying? This is really made to run guard. But if you want to run guard, you could. You're just not going to be able to dribble on it. So I put it to honorable mention. So you're going to be at the shooting guard. You're going to go with the defensive and shooting. This is only going to get you defensive Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the pie charts, physical pie chart, you're gonna go with the speed pie chart. And then when it comes to the badges, you're gonna end up with 1, 17, 8, and 22. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it goes to the height, you can go 6'4" or 6'5", really depending on you. Then when it comes to the weight, pretty much minimum weight, but you can go 178 so you can get that speed up to a 91, acceleration to a 90. Then when it comes to the wingspan, pretty much you're gonna try to get your wingspan high so you can still have a really good defensive stat, but you want to be able to have that 80 three-pointer at 99 and the 75 dive and dunk at 99. So yeah, that's gonna be really well rounded when it comes to this build. The only thing that's really holding this build back compared to like the other builds that I'm gonna have on this list that's like lockdowns they're gonna have an 80 ball handle, and I just feel like that's a lot better. So yeah. Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, hopping into the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is the first playmaking shot creator build on this list. Is this the main, like, meta comp playmaking shot creator? No, this is the playmaking shot creator that you're gonna be having shooting and playmaking, but mainly shooting Hall of Fame, not playmaking Hall of Fame. Yeah, so you're gonna be at the point guard position. Like I said, shooting and playmaking pie chart. You're really only gonna get shooting Hall of Fame though. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes is really kind of, you know what I'm saying, all over the place. But I did try to make sure to get as many shooting and playmaking as possible while still having 6 defensive. Now the 1 finishing, that's not really a big deal. I did end up pretty much maxing out my drive and dunk and did my drive and layup with whatever I put left over, pretty much. Then when it comes to the body type, by the way, I did get 26 shooting and 21 playmaking. And then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I would go 6'5" on this build. Then when it comes to the weight, pretty much minimum, but don't go all the way down. Just go down to 179. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you want to make sure to have your wingspan to a point where you have your 3-pointer above a 90. So what I kind of did was I tried to be able to get my 3-pointer to a 91. So at 99, I can get that to a 95, similar to a regular play shot. But also, I'm gonna have an 83 ball handle now. Now, you might be like, you're losing a lot on defense. You're still gonna be at 80 on steal, stuff like that. Like, so it's not the craziest deal, you know what I'm saying? Especially at 6'5". So yeah. Then when it comes to the takeovers, we have Sharp, Playmaker, and Shot Creator. Playmaker is actually a really good option, but Sharp Takeover is just too overpowered on this game. So we're gonna go with Sharp Takeover, and the build comes out as a Playmaking Shot Creator, similar to who else? Stephen Curry. Now these similitudes actually make a lot more sense. All right, next, coming in at number 9. This is literally strictly a shooting build, and in my opinion, this is the best spot up shooting build in the game. Whether you're trying to be like a, how can I say it? Whether you're trying to be like a stretch or a sharp, it's literally the best spot up build in the game. You shouldn't go past this height if you're strictly trying to be a knockdown every single time, the main shooter on your team. You shouldn't go any higher in height, in my opinion. So how you make it? You're gonna be at the shooting guard position. You're gonna go with the sharp pie chart, shooting pie chart only. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, like I said earlier when I was going over the speed boost and sharp, you want to go with the shooting guard because you're gonna get more badges. But yeah, you're gonna get 1 finishing, 30 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 9 defensive badges. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I would go 6'6" and wouldn't go higher than that, no matter how you make it. You can go 6'5", but 6'6" in my opinion is the best. Then when it comes to the weight, I ended up going 182 pounds. That's pretty much minimum, but not all the way. Then when it comes to the wingspan, I pretty much maxed out the wingspan to be able to have all my defense and finishing going up while still having a 90 mid-range and 3-pointer. That's really good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a 70 ball handle, but having a 90 3-pointer and mid-range is really good because that's gonna get to a 94. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna get to a 95, but it's gonna get to a 94. And you know what takeover we're gonna go with is gonna be Sharp Takeover. That's gonna get you plus 10. So you're gonna be able to be overpowered with this build. So yeah, we're gonna go with Sharp Takeover, and the build comes out as a Sharpshooter. So yeah, that is going to be the best sharp stretch build, spot up build in the game. All right, next is a build that I made, and it's coming in at number 8. So that just shows you how good these builds are that's going to be remaining on this list. This is going to be the 2-way mid-range shooter. So how do you make it? You're going to be at the point guard position. You're going to go down to the shooting and defensive pie chart. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're going to go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to end up with 4 finishing, 17 shooting, 10 playmaking, and 20 defensive badges. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I would go either 6'3", 6'4", or 6'5". Personally, I did go 6'4". Then when it comes to the weight, I pretty much went minimum, but I didn't go too low, so I went 178 on the weight. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you want to raise that up enough to be able to have really good defensive stats and finishing. So out of all the defensive builds on this list that's going to be shooting, in my opinion, defensive-wise, this is the best, but there is another one that's higher that I feel like it's just better overall. But yeah, this is still a really good build because look at how high you're going to have defense. 90 perimeter defense, 90 lateral quickness, 98 steal, all at 99. And you're going to have an 82 3-pointer at 99. So yeah, that's really, really good. And then when it comes to the takeovers, you're going to be able to have lockdown, shot creator, slasher, and playmaker. The only thing holding this build back for real is the fact that you cannot get sharp takeover. So yeah, that kind of does hold it back a little bit. But with Slasher Takeover, you're gonna be the speed boost at a way higher rate. So yeah, that's just another thing. If you want to be a guard, you got to be able to be fast. It's gonna get you plus 10 with speed, ball control, all that type of stuff that you really care about. So yeah, that's really why I did that. Then the build comes out as a 2-way mid-range shooter. Also, this real thing that I made about this build, you're gonna have an 80 plus ball handle. You're gonna be able to speed boost. You're gonna be able to shoot on this build. You're gonna be able to play defense at the best of them. And we have Slasher Takeovers to be able to get content on. So this build literally does everything. So you could argue this build should be higher, but I tried to chill out, not be biased with my build, and put it at number 8. All right, number 7. This build, in my opinion, I could see this going up in the ranks after that video I just dropped, giving y'all how to be able to shoot on non-shooting builds. I've been shooting at the rec on my slashing playmaker with a 68.3, not even a 69, because my overall went down again. And yeah, man, hey, man, if you haven't watched that video, you need to go watch that. But yeah, let's show you guys how they make this. Point guard, when it comes to the pie charts, y'all know what it is, playmaking and defensive pie chart, Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you want to go with the speed and vertical pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to have 8, finishing, 9, shooting, 20 playmaking, and 20 defensive badges. Then when it comes to body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I'm going to go 6'5". Early in the year, I was going 6'4", but 6'5" is low-key still a really good height for this build. Then when it comes to the weight, you want to go down in weight all the way down to 176. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you don't really want to go max, but you don't want to lose too much on offense. So what I ended up going with, I believe, what did I end up going with? I ended up going with max, I think. So yeah, I ended up having 86 so I could be able to have the contact though. So yeah, that's why I ended up doing that, because I got my dropping it down to an 81. And yeah, you're only going to be able to have a 68 3-pointer at this build, but the thing that's going to unlock this build's full potential, if you playing with people with floor general, is going to be consistent greens. Simple as that. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to test this joint out on stream for y'all boys. I'm going to show you guys how nasty these builds can still be on this game. And yeah, when it comes to the takeovers, we have lockdown, playmaker, Slasher, and Shot Creator. We're gonna go with Slasher Takeover on that. If we had Sharp Takeover, that would be disgusting. But yeah, we don't have that. And yeah, it comes out as a 2-way slashing playmaker. All right, next is going to be the best pure playmaker build in the game. Now, these builds are low-key underrated, just like the last one. I feel like the last one was a little bit more underrated, but these are up there. They're definitely up there. I tried my hardest to put this as high as I possibly could on this list. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So we're going to be at the shooting guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the pure yellow. Then when it comes to the physicals, I went speed vertical. But yeah, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I did do that. Then when it comes to the physical, or not the physicals, but the attributes, you're going to end up with 4 finishing, 16 shooting, 30 playmaking, and 7 defensive. Really well-rounded when it comes to the attributes, not just the badge standpoint. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I end up going 6'6". If you want to be a little bit better, more well-rounded, go 6'5". I just feel like if you're going 6'5", you might as well make a 2-way slashing playmaker, or the better version of a slashing playmaker. Now, I'm going to go over layer in this list. Then when it comes to the weight, pretty much want to go minimum, but not quite minimum. You want to go 180 on the weight. That's going to be able to have you with max speed, acceleration, all that type of stuff. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you really want to be able to have a 76 3-pointer off rip, so that can get to an 80. So that's what we ended up doing, get to a 78.9 wingspan. And when it comes to the takeovers, you get playmaker, shot creator, and slasher. Usually, when it comes to builds like this, I would go with Slasher, but I'm going to go with Playmaker because that's going to help my teammates hit shots at a way higher rate. I'm not really trying to go for contact dunks on this build. With how high of a dunk, you only have a 68 driving dunk, so you know what I'm saying? That's not going to be too consistent. So yeah, I did end up going with Playmaker Takeover, and the build comes out as a slashing Playmaker. All right, now we're in the top 5. So coming in at number 5 is the 2-way Sharpshooter. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. The number 1 build is going to surprise everybody. I have never put this at number 1, but I had to, you know what I'm saying, had to get into there and see how to make it even better. And I feel like I made it even better with just one simple change. But stay tuned for that. This is how we're going to make the 2-way Sharpshooter. So you're going to be at the shooting guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the red and green. Pretty much both of those going to be Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physical speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to end up with 2 finishing, 19 shooting, 9 playmaking, and 20 defensive. Really well-rounded on the attributes, though. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, you can go 6'5", 6'4", 6'3". I ended up going 6'5" for this build. Keep that in mind. Then when it comes to the weight, go down to 178 pounds. Then when it comes to the wingspan, When it comes to the wingspan, you want to get your 76 ball handle off rip so you can get to an 80 at 99. You're going to be able to get to an 86 three-pointer. You're going to be able to get to a 76 drive and dunk. Look at all the stuff on defense. Now, when I made this version of my build, I actually ended up going with a 6'4" build. But, you know what I'm saying, at 6'5", it's definitely a better lockdown because you're going to be able to guard more builds. So yeah, especially like these slashing playmaker or the two-way slashing playmaker builds that I have on this list. So yeah, that's just gonna make it a lot better on defense. Then when it comes to the takeovers that you actually are offered, this time instead of like last time, you didn't have sharp takeover. You have sharp takeover. But if you want to go with slasher like I did on the other one, so you can be more of a better guard, you can do that. But I just value the having the +10 to shooting so much because you still gonna get that +5 to all that other stuff that you would on the slasher no matter what. On any takeover, you're gonna get +5. You just get that extra +5 for the things that pertain to that particular takeover. So yeah, we're gonna go with sharp takeover, and the build comes out as a two-way sharpshooter. All right, next is going to be my build that I found at the beginning of the year before the game came out. That build that was I just showed y'all. I was teasing that was gonna be the best build on the game this year. I just don't think that's quite. I can quite say that yet. But yeah, stay tuned. But yeah, this is going to be my version of my build that I would make if I was making it right now. This is the best version of that. This is my favorite build in the game. The slash and playmaker, but this is the best version. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to make it. You're gonna be at the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with playmaking, finishing. Then when it comes to the physicals, I end up going with speed and vertical, but if you want to have an easier 99, go with speed. But you can get all that as close as possible to 99. It's just gonna make it a lot better if you go with speed and vertical. Then when it comes to the attributes, you know what I'm saying, you can go 19 finishing, 10 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 7 defensive. If you want to have more playmaking, you guys take a hit somewhere. It's very easy. All you gotta do is put that post moves up 1. It's gonna give you 1. But if you take 1 down on finishing, shooting, or defensive, it's gonna take you down. Just gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, then when it comes to the body type, this is up to you. You know what I'm saying? Every single time, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I almost went 6'6" for video purposes, but I'm gonna go 6'5" just to be safe, like I always do. Then when it comes to the weight, not quite minimum, but you really gonna go down a lot, all the way down to 177 on the weight. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you want to make sure that you got a 66 3-ball off rip so you can get that to a 70 to reach that 70 threshold, but you don't want to go below an 86 ball handle. So we're gonna go with the 84.2 wingspan. That's gonna be allowing you to get to an 85 steal at 99, 79 lateral quickness, 81 perimeter defense. So you're gonna really get a lot of stuff on defense while also getting a 73 pointer, a 78 mid-range, a 91 ball handle. You know what I'm saying? Even an 89 driving dunk and a 99 driving layup. So a lot of things are gonna be going up. Then when it comes to the takeovers, if this build has sharp takeover, it would be the best build in the game. It would be the best build in the game. But since it don't, we're going to choices of slasher, playmaker, and shot creator. Very simple choice for me. We're gonna go with slasher takeover every single time. It's gonna be auto buckets every single time. And yeah, the build comes out as a slasher playmaker, and that's going to be the build that comes in at number 4. Number 4. All right, next coming in at number 3 is the slasher build. Now, I have a version of this build that's going to be higher on this list. I can't say where it's gonna be at, but yeah, I feel like that's the best version of this build. I have been saying this is the best version, but I found an even better version and a better way to make it. So yes, stay tuned. But yeah, how do you make this version? You're gonna be at the point guard position, the shooting and finishing. You're only gonna get finishing Hall of Fame though. When it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the badges, you're gonna have 17, 14, and 6. Well-rounded on the attributes. This is one of the best builds in the game. You're gonna be able to get contact dunks, shoot at a high rate, speed boost, and play decent defense. It's not gonna have Hall of Fame defense like those two-way builds, but it's gonna have decent defense. It's kind of like an offensive threat from last year, an inside-out playmaker from last year. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. Then when it comes to the height, I ended up going 6'3" on this build. Then when it comes to the weight, pretty much minimum, but not quite. You're gonna go all the way down to 173 on the pounds. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you're gonna go with 81.3 wingspan. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you're gonna go with either slasher or sharp. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go with sharp takeover though. And yeah, that's gonna come out as a slasher build. You're gonna be a build named slasher with sharp take. Very overpowered. But yeah, that's not the number 1 build on this list. I have been saying for a while that was the number 1 build, but I just can't cap no more. You know what I'm saying? I just can't cap no more. All right, next. This is literally the comp guard build, the meta guard build, all that. The playmaking shot creator. This build is coming in at number 2. So you probably like, what? What could be number 1? Stay tuned. Don't rush it. Don't rush the process. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Just don't rush it. Be smooth. Be smooth. So yeah, coming in at number 2 is the playmaking shot creator. How do I make it? This is how I make it. I go at the shooting guard position. Why? You're going to get more badges. Don't need to say no more. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're going to go with the shooting and playmaking, the green and yellow. Both going to be Hall of Fame. When it comes to the physical speed pie chart, so you can be as fast as possible. It's going to allow you to get your speed ball as high as possible, all that type of stuff. Be as close to 99, all that type of stuff. Then when it comes to the attributes and badges, you're going to have pretty much 1 finishing, 22 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 10 defensive. And when that 1 playmaking, don't act like that you're not going to be able to do anything with that 1 playmaking. You're going to have a max driving layup and driving dunk. Really going to be decent for 1 playmaking. But yeah, for the 22, you see what I'm saying? You don't need post fade on a guard build. You don't need post moves on a guard build. So that's really good. Then when it comes to the 10, you're pretty much maxing out everything on the defense except the offensive rebound. You don't really need that on this build. It's not really for that. You're going to be having screens anyway, so your big man is going to be there for the offensive rebounds either way. We just want to be able to get 10 defensive to really compensate for how bad this build can be on defense. Simple as that. Then when it comes to the body type, that's up to you. But then when it comes to the height is where it gets interesting, because you go between 6'2" all the way up to 6'5". It's really up to you. But me personally, I feel like the perfect height for this build is 6'4", where you're not going to be too slow. You know what I'm saying? You could also go 6'3", but 6'5" is a dark horse, but 6'4" is what I end up going with. Then when it comes to the weight, I end up going not all the way minimum, but pretty much minimum. It's going to be at 178 pounds though. Then when it comes to the wingspan, this is completely up to you. You know what I'm saying? Completely up to you. You can go up in wingspan. A lot of people like to go up in wingspan so you can play them pass lanes, because you're going to be in the corner a lot. So if you're that person, I would try to make sure I can have my 3-pointer at least to an 86. You know what I'm saying? So that you can get to that 90 threshold at 99. And when you're in takeover, you're going to be able to have that 99-3 regardless. But me personally, I want to have that 91 3-pointer ball off rip so I can get to a 95. Then when I'm at 95, I can be able to get that whatever. It don't matter what takeover I have, but you know what takeover I'm going to go with. It's simple as that. So what we pretty much going to do is go down on wingspan. Then when it comes to the takeover choices, you have Sharp, Shot Creator, and Playmaker takeover. But if you do go up in takeover, you can have the option of a dark horse takeover / a takeover that's going to allow you to get the contact dunks, which is kind of overpowered on this build, but it's not really nearly as overpowered as Sharp takeover for how people play with this build. So yeah, Sharp takeover is the best takeover for this build, and the build comes out as a playmaking shot creator. Underrated takeover for this build is actually Playmaker, because you can be able to then have like 99 speed ball handle, 3-pointer, all different type of stuff. So that's actually also a dark horse, just like Slasher. But yeah, we still gonna go with the Sharp takeover. Build comes out as a Playmaking shot creator. Alright, so what is the secret build that's at number 1 that I found? Now, I had posted this build multiple times, but it was one thing that just changed it completely. So let's show you guys how to make it. We're going to be showing you guys the floor spacing slasher. This is going to be able to get contact dunks. It's going to be able to have an 83 ball off rip. Off rip, not a 76, not a 78, an 83 ball off rip. So you're going to be at the 80 tier off rip. And you have an 80 ball handle off rip. So you're going to be able to get the pro jump moves, all that. And you're going to be at 6'5". You know how the slasher build was at 6'3"? This one is at 6'5". So let's show you guys how to make it. So you're going to be at the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie charts, you're going to be at the shooting and finishing. Really only going to get finishing Hall of Fame, but you're still going to have a lot of shooting badges because this is the pie chart you went with. Then when it comes to the physical profile, you're going to go with the speed pie chart. That's going to be able to allow you to get as close to 99 speed as possible. Also, it's going to up your speed ball as much as possible, because the way speed with ball works, it's going to be combining your speed with your ball handle to make the speed with ball rating. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to have 16 finishing, 20 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 5 defensive. Then when it comes to the attributes, I'm going to actually go over the attributes for y'all. I'm going to make a dedicated build video for this, but stay tuned. But yeah, we're going to have max driving dunk, max driving layup, then an 85 close shot. Then when it comes to the shooting, 3-pointer, free throw, post fade, and then a mid-range up to a 73. Then when it comes to the pass or playmaking, we're going to have a pass accuracy max, ball handle max, and then a post moves up to a 35. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding, max perimeter defense, ladder quickness, and steal, then the defensive rebound is going to be up to 61. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. Like I said, the height, we're going to go 6'5". Then when it comes to the weight, pretty much minimum. We just want to be able to get our speed and acceleration as high as possible. So it's not all the way minimum. It's going to be at 179 weight. Then when it comes to the wingspan, we want to be able to have that 3-pointer go to an 80, but we also want our driving dunk to stay at an 80 so we can get the contact dunks, at least the pros. And the pros have 7 minutes worth, so that's still going to be more than enough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when it comes to the wingspan, we end up going with 79.7 because that's going to allow you to have an 80 driving dunk, an 80 3-pointer, and an 80 ball handle. Really well rounded and damn near an 80 steal. So you have an 80 at pretty much all important things for each category. Well-rounded builds just do that type of stuff. It's just that simple. Then when it comes to things like the takeovers, you get Slasher and Sharp first because 2K know those are the two best takeovers for this build. So, for instance, since you have an 83 pointer, you don't feel like you need to go that much higher on the tiers, go ahead, go with the Slasher. That's going to make you way, way better when it comes to dribbling, fast when it comes to dribbling, and takeover. But Sharp takeover, you're going to be at an 84 3 ball at 99. You go with Sharp takeover, wink, wink, you're going to be all the way to a 94 3 ball. That is going to make a huge, significant difference. The difference between an 89 and a 94 is going to be really, really different. So that's what I'm going to go with, Sharp takeover. And the build comes out as a floor spacing slasher. So not only is the build the best guard build in the game, but it's also one of the best rare build names in the game. So yeah, that is going to be the number one, the best guard build in the game. I'm going to make a build video dedicated to this. I don't know if I'm going to drop it in Banger Week or after, but yeah, I got to do that as soon as possible. As soon as possible. The floor spacing slasher that I have been finding, it was really similar on the badges and attributes, but that one little change where you can get 80, 80, and 80, that's just too overpowered. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, that is going to be the best guard builds in the game. Gave y'all 12 builds. So yeah, I mean, if y'all feel like there's anything that you disagree with, put that in the comments below. What do you think is the best guard build in the game? If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. I got the badge video. Y'all been waiting on the badge glitch video. Y'all been waiting on. I got the best animations. Y'all been waiting on that for a minute. So if you guys want those videos also, smash that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to be the first to all my videos. Turn on post notifications. But yeah, we on the road to 100K. So I really would appreciate if everybody that's new on this video hit that sub button. I know you enjoyed the video. So can you please just hit that sub button? Like, what is you doing? But yeah, like I said, turn on post notifications, be the first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm about to do it, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!